All right, everybody, I think we'll go ahead and get started. We might have a few more folks jump on as we begin, but welcome to How to Tuesday. How to Tuesday is our quick webinar series that happens every single Tuesday, featuring different departments and different quick bites of information across campus. My name is Camille Cook. I'm your Instruction Outreach Librarian, and I am joined by Alyssa Acuna today. She's the Associate Director of Student Engagement and Inclusion in the Office of Student Life, and she is going to be talking all about how to get involved on campus. This is applicable to all of our students, and I'm so excited for her to share her wisdom and her guidance on this. So thank you, Alyssa, for being here today for How To Tuesday, and we'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, thank you for everyone who has come and joined us today. A little bit about me and kind of my role is I work within our Multicultural Resource Center. So my office is located on the first floor of Thompson, room 110. So if you need anything, if you're just passing by and you're curious about what's going on, that's kind of the hub of all things to know how to get involved. We've got student workers, graduate assistants, so students are front facing within that space. So if you ever have any questions as you're passing through, I welcome you all to visit our Multicultural Resource Center. We offer things from clubs and orgs to events going on around campus. How can I get a job on campus? To even resources that you may not be able to find anywhere else. So I welcome you all, if you can, if you're on campus, to visit that space anytime you can. Alrighty, and so I see a couple people in our Zoom room, so I just want you to type in the chat, how are you involved here at Park University? And if you're not involved, how do you want to be? And then maybe I can kind of help guide you as we go through this presentation. I feel like I see some students advise a club at Park Film Club. Camille, our favorite librarian, advises a club at Park. Anybody else involved or wanting to? Okay, we've got student researchers, so ways that our students are already involving with our staff and faculty, so that's great. Well, wonderful. Well, that's why we're here, to learn more on how we can get involved here at Park. So I just wanted to go overall of like what engagement looks like at a university. So of course we have that cognitive engagement, which is really, the extent to which you as a student or your students are willing to really persist at learning the task at hand. So that's like what's in the classroom or what's provided outside of the classroom. Emotional. So are you excited about being in class? Are you stressed? Are you feeling like you belong? All of those are then going to lead to how you are doing within your school, such as that behavioral engagement. So that's, for instance, getting involved on campus. So if you're not getting involved on campus, maybe look at, what's going on in the classroom, what's going on emotionally, and seeing, okay, what are some things that maybe I need help with of why I'm not being engaged outside of like these social events or something. So that's always a way to start there. We have immense resources offered on campus, no matter what you're struggling with, or if you want to know more on how to put yourself out there. Again, come to our resource center. We're happy to give you everything that you need to be successful. And the most important thing about student life and our purpose for you guys is to have the best experience that you can have, whether that's fun or you want to learn more or just prepare you for life. That's what we're here for. So yeah, so student life, this is the hub of all things on, how can we create a positive and inclusive learning environment for you? How are we impacting you on your journey through college? And how can we provide opportunities that are going to help you grow into the person that you're meant to become? And how can we prepare you to leave this experience after these 4 years and you're ready to take on the world and you have those memories to always look back at and say, this is why I went to Park. This is why I was involved, because I took so much with me. And so that's really what our purpose here is for you. And so, of course, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you all the great things about how to get involved. But first, I wanted to give you a visual of what getting involved at Park University can look like. So I have a little short video for you guys. And we'll move on. So that's just a little bit about Park. And so going into that, you could see getting involved is anything from our clubs and organizations. And I have a slide more on what if those clubs and organizations look like. Athletics. So even if you're not an athlete, go to a game if you're into volleyball or basketball or soccer, or have never even been to an athletic game. That's one of the best ways to support your park pirates, to meet friends, to do something that you might not want to do on like a Tuesday night. Even this Tuesday tonight at 7 p.m. is the men's volleyball game, and they're very, very good. So just a fun way to kind of get out there and spread that pirate spirit. Student-led initiative. So if you were to come to our office and say, hey, I want to start, a donation drive for a local homeless shelter, we're going to provide you with the things that you need to be able to do that. So it's all about what do you want to get out of your experience, and we're going to work on how can we help you achieve those goals. Community partners, we're right directly next to here in the in Parkville. So what are ways that you can connect with the community? What are ways that you can potentially get jobs or volunteer within the community to increase your experience? Opportunities to connect with staff and faculty outside of the classroom. We do these coffee and donut opportunities, such as like with the library, so you can learn about, what does the library offer you, or career development? How can they offer you development pieces? So just ways to connect with your staff and faculty outside of the classroom. I really try to think about inclusive programming and events. So how am I providing a voice for all of our diverse students here on campus, such as this month was Black History Month. So how am I keeping those voices heard and valuable, and we're sharing knowledge? So that's another way to get involved. Student leadership, you can get a job on campus, or you can be a president of a club, or you can start your own club, or you can become an ambassador. So there's so many ways that you can lead, and you can find opportunities to make friends on campus. Professional development opportunities. So how can we help you get an internship or become an RA? So there's a lot of opportunities there, as well as our Multicultural Resource Center, which I offered First Lord Thompson. Come into that space. It's a way for our students to connect. It has like a really nice couch and TV. We're playing music. So just another place where you can decompress even in between classes. And then just really thinking about initiatives and like how we want to impact Park University to make it a better place. So even if you are sitting there and there's a policy or a process that you're like, maybe that this could be improved somehow, you're able to submit any opinions to our email. And we would love to hear from you, like your voices, because you're what matters. And what we don't know, we don't know. So don't be afraid to advocate for change or lead something, because we're going to help you as much as we can with those things. All right, so I talked about clubs and organizations. So we've got a couple of categories of what those look like, starting with our honor organization. So that could be our National Society of Leadership and Success. This is an organization that spans all locations and modalities for our students. So not just Parkville, but also Gilbert, our campus centers, if you're purely an online student. So if that's like one way for all of our students to connect with each other. Another honor organization is Phi Epsilon Kappa Tau, and they're specifically a fraternity that's for students who are in exercise science. And so some of our honor organizations are specific to programs or like an honor society, stuff like that. Next would be our program clubs. So biology club, math club, English club. These clubs are open to all students. So if you're just really into English, but you're a different major, you can still be a part of English club. And vice versa with biology and math. Something that biology club did that was really fun was they dissected owl pellets. And so I felt like that was a fun way to really engage people, even if that was the first time they've done it. Leadership groups, so our residence hall council, our park student activities board. Now, I'm sure you guys heard of PSAB, but if you haven't, they're that club that is planning at least 2 events each month that are big and social. And then our Park Student Government Association. Those are leadership groups, and those are just a great way to make friends, get involved, and learn about Park University. Social and service clubs. We have our International Club, our Rotaract, which does community service, and then our Delta Lambda Zeta, which is actually a sorority, and they focus on, a sisterhood here at college, as well as service as well. And then finally, our special interest groups. So for instance, Collegiate Impact is our Christian-based club. We have the Guild, who's like tabletop gaming. And then our art club is just a club of creatives who come together and create art. So really, there's kind of everything. And then I'll go into a little bit further of how you can find and join these clubs. But first, I want to talk about, how do I know what's going on around campus? I feel like that's one of the biggest questions. So social media is one of a big way that you can find out what's going on around campus. Pirates Life 1875 is our main student life Instagram. That is the Instagram that I or my student workers will manage. Park PSAB, that is the student activities board. So you can see their handle right there. That's probably going to be where most of the social events will be posted. They post something every week. Or Park University, that is our main park page. As well as mostly every single club has their own Instagram unless they haven't made one yet. But we do encourage them to make their own. And if they don't have their own, then they're sending their information to our Pirates Life 1875. So I'm usually posting on there about the different events that the clubs are having as well. We also do send out a weekly email every Friday to all of our students. And so even if you are staff and faculty, if you're interested in being on that listserv, you can just email studentlife@park.edu and just say that you want to be added to that. So then you also know what else is going on for our students. So be sure that you're checking your emails because every Friday you're going to get an email about what's going on around campus. Also in the cafeteria, like there's a big screen. So even if you're a commuter and you're commuting to and from, you want to pop into the cafeteria, we will usually put on, if there's an event coming up that week or that day, we put up that poster so people know what's going on. Also, we've got bulletin boards all around campus and TVs all around campus. Those are usually showcasing our events that are coming up and what's going on. And then finally, our Park University calendar. So this can be found just on the main park page. If you search calendar, there's events calendar is the first thing that pops up. And that tells you everything that's going on at Park, not just here at Parkville, but Gilbert, campus centers, online, kind of everywhere. So there's many ways to find this information. But these are just some of the few ways. And even if there's suggestions like, hey, as a student, I would prefer to learn things on text message, like send that to us our way so that we know what's the best way that we can communicate with you. That would just be really helpful for us. So yeah, if you have any suggestions or any other ways that you guys can think about it, type it in the chat and I'd love to see any other feedback for that. So like I said, there are ways to figure out how to get involved on campus through a club. And this is what your campus life page looks right now. But I've excitedly been working with the Mike Park page team, Wade and Tara, and they have been working hard with me to come up with a more creative and fun way to get this information. So I want to show you, they gave me a test page to show everyone on this recording. So this is hopefully what the page will be looking like soon. they're thinking around spring break will be, or spring 2 will be able to make this live for everyone. So if you go into your My Park, you click on your campus life page. We're gonna have your active clubs here, clubs that are gonna be inactive. So clubs that they haven't reached out to us, but clubs that have been there before. And if you would be interested in starting those up again, you would just give us an email and then we would give you all of the information that you need to know to start that club up. We are going to have our resources here that I offer at the Multicultural Resource Center, forums that are specific to the clubs. And then even, hey, I'm really interested in volunteering. Like, where can I volunteer? Where can I do those things? So I'm going to have information on there as well. Not just this, but we also will have events that are coming up for the week. So here's a little, slideshow. So you'll be able to see all of the events that are coming up. And this isn't just social events. This is going to be, when to apply for classes, when to, like a How To Tuesday, when are those going on? And those will kind of be a slideshow here, but you can always click on them to get more information. And then finally, we will have our upcoming events calendar here. So here you can see our men's basketball game is today at 7 p.m. located at, I think they're playing at Baker University. And so this is directly connected to the Park University calendar. So then you can see everything that people are posting here. And then a little bit about our clubs. We'll have their bio. So, hey, I'm interested in collegiate impact. What are they about? And if I'm interested in being a part of their club, I can email them. I can go look at their Instagram. There's different ways that you can then interact with the clubs on here. So this will soon to be live soon. I just wanted to get you guys excited to learn more about how to use this page. And it's pretty, straightforward. So we're excited about it. Now, right now it does look like this, but eventually it will not. So excited to do that. And then finally, that's kind of it for me. I just want you all to know that you belong here at Park. Our purpose is to make you feel that you belong here. So whatever you need from us, you can contact us. Here is our information. Studentlife@park.edu is our whole office of student life. My email specifically is alyssa.acuna@park.edu. We're located on the first floor of Thompson. And here is our Instagram. So feel free to scan that, connect with us, email us anything. And I'm open to questions if anyone has any questions as well.
Thanks so much, Alyssa. That was really informative. What kinds of questions do you guys have, the viewers who are online? Of course, if you're watching this back on replay, please, please, please reach out to Alyssa. Here is all of her contact information. I'll also put that in the description of this video. But what questions do you guys have for those who are live? I saw some good questions in the chat that I think have maybe been answered. I replied back to Marion's comment about getting involved with the suggestion of that National Society of Leadership and Success. Maybe Alyssa, you could elaborate. If students are not located on the Parkville campus, what can they do to still be involved with campus activities?
Yeah, definitely. So obviously, if it's an event on campus, that's really hard to get connected, but there are ways that we ensure that we are planning events that have like Zoom recordings or live ways that you can interact with them. Those might be more of a professional development or maybe a speaker series. I do like kind of a leadership speaking series where I invite leaders around the community to come and talk with a group of students. So that's a great way that we can get our online students involved, as well as don't be afraid if there's other students that are in your campus center. So also talking with those representatives and seeing if there's a way to create an online community or even a way that you guys could connect outside of the classroom. If there's just a little study group that you guys can have. Or if you guys have an idea about a club that you would want, we could definitely talk about how can we create an online space for that club as well. We're happy to give you those resources.
Great.
Yeah, so that's just a couple ways I can think about involving you guys.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.
So definitely, I know Marion, you said you were at the El Paso campus. So definitely talk with other classmates, see if there's interest in doing something like that. And then reach out to Student Life or Alyssa if you need support. Marion also wants to know, will there be sports teams in other places other than Missouri?
Yeah, so the other sport, wait, sports team go live. Yes, so I can show you guys actually. So if you go to park.edu and you click on, I believe it's athletics, they're right here. And there are two athletics team actually. We have athletics teams on Parkville, and we also have our athletic team in Gilbert, Arizona. And so there are two ways that you can support them. They do have events that are going on. So they have a full list of it, videos, so then you can kind of watch the games. And then I'm pretty sure there is a way to watch the games live. I have to see this here though. And also they also have an Instagram, and on their Instagram, I think that they post links on how to stream their events. So if you were to click on this, here's their Instagram. It will take you directly to their page. And then under their events, oh, I can't log in right now, but under their things, they'll have links to watch their live streams. So yeah, there are ways that you can still root on the Pirates just from the comfort of your own home.
That's great. I
Yeah.
love that. So definitely explore that site with athletics, and find those links to stream, and support our different teams. We have two teams, like she said, in both Parkville and in Gilbert, Arizona. And then maybe we can go to Tara's question about getting a club recertified, or maybe like resurrecting a club from the dead.
Absolutely. So, what that process will look like is you'll email me or anyone on this, and then we'll go ahead and want to schedule a meeting with you because we'll go over the recertification process. There is a form. So, right now on this Campus Life tab, I can show you guys real quick. My Park, Campus Life, forms. Kind of see here. Group. Here we go. Want to request a group. So you'll just fill this form out here and you'll say what that group name is, what's your category. If you're reviving a club, you still will put that there as well. And then kind of give your description, what you want that group to be. That then will go directly to us. And then we will go ahead, and that's just the first step of the certification process. The second step then is to have a little retreat with us, and we'll go over what it looks like to have a president, to have your executive team. We need 5 executive members to all be undergraduates. Yeah, a graduate can be a part of your club, just the 5 executive members are to be undergraduate. The advisor has to be either full or staff or faculty. And then from there, we open up your club account, and then we can kind of just guide you through that process. So there's a few steps to go before, but if you just reach out through us through email, we'll get you started.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for How To Tuesday. Again, How To Tuesday is our weekly webinar series. We're going to take a week off for spring break, but then the following week, we'll be back with how to do a literature review. So you don't want to miss that one. It will be up in 2 weeks. You can register right now on our website, library.park.edu. Thank you so much, Alyssa and Student Life, for putting this wonderful presentation together. And again, they are awesome. They're a great team. So please do not hesitate to reach out to them, especially all of you who are watching this back on replay. Reach out to them with any questions you have, and definitely don't hesitate to get involved with our campus activities. This is a wonderful team that wants to help you get there. So thank you all so much for joining us, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.